Namaste, I'm going to read Volume 3, Book 4, KotiRudra Samhita, Chapter 25, the planned arrangement of Gautama in the Shiva Puran. Sutta said, O Brahmins, once Gautama sent his disciples there for water. Carrying out his orders, they reached the spot with the water pots in their hands. Many of the women folk who had assembled there for water saw the disciples of Gautama who had come for water. They prevented them from taking water. We are the wise of the sages. We shall take water first. You stand far off. You can take water afterwards. Thus they rebuked them. The disciples returned and informed the wife of the sage Gautama. The wife of the sage took them with her, pacified those women herself, took water and gave it to Gautama. The excellent sage performed the routine rites with the water. The other women, the wives of the sages, became infuriated and rebuked her. They returned to their huts with evil intentions lurking in their minds. The entire incident was distorted and intimated to their husbands by those evil-minded women. On hearing their words, the great sages became furious with Gautama, as it was destined to be. The infuriated sages of crooked intellect worshipped Ganesha with various articles of worship in order to put obstacle in the activity of Gautama. The delighted Ganeshwara, who is subservient to the devotees and who is the bestower of benefits, appeared before them and said, Ganesha said, I am pleased with you. Mention the boon you wish to choose. What shall I do? On hearing his words, the sages said, if the boon is to be given by you, let Gautama be turned out of his hermitage after being rebuked by the sages. Please do so. Sutta said, on being requested thus, the elephant-faced deity, the goal of the good, laughed and said gently, enlightening them. Ganesha said, May this be heard, O sages. This is not proper. Those who become furious without any offense are sure to incur loss, according misery. To the people who had rendered help before is not beneficial. If it is carried out, ruin will surely follow. Excellent results are sought after performing penance. No harm is sought after voluntarily eschewing auspicious results. Sutta said, even after hearing these words, the excellent sages, still deluded in their intellect, spoke these words. The sages said, O Lord, this must be done by you, not otherwise. Ganesha, who was thus implored, spoke. Ganesha said, This has been decisively said by Brahma. A wicked man never attains saintly nature, nor does a saintly man assume perversion at any time. Formerly, when you were distressed by starvation, the sage Gautama afforded you happiness. Now you intend to inflict misery on him. This is not proper. Please think over this in all aspects. Deluded by your womenfolk, you never cared to act by my advice. There is no doubt that my advice will be beneficial to him at the end. Certainly the excellent sage will render happiness unto you. Deception is not proper. Please choose another boon. Sutta said, although this advice was given by Ganesha, the great Atman, still the sage did not pay heed. Then Ganesha, who is subservient to his devotees, spoke indifferently to those sages of evil intent. Ganesha said, I shall do what is being requested by you all. What is destined to happen will surely happen. After saying this, he vanished. Gautama did not know the evil intention of the sages. He went on performing his routine along with his wife with delighted mind. O great sages, hear what happened in the meantime as a result of the influence of those wicked sages by the granting of the boon. There were food grains and barleys in Gautama's field. Ganesha assumed the form of a feeble cow and went there. O excellent sages, staggering and faltering, the cow, as a result of the boon, began to eat the food grains and barleys. In the meantime, Gautama happened to come there casually. Compassionate by nature, he warded off the cow with a bunch of grass blades. No sooner was it touched by the blades of grass that the cow fell down dead, even as the sage was watching it. The sages and their wicked wives who were hiding there began to shout, "O see what is done by Gautama!" O Brahmins, the bewildered Gautama called Ahilya and spoke with a dejected, distressed mind. Gautama said, "O gentle lady, what has happened? How did it happen? Certainly Lord Shiva is angry. What should be done? Where shall we go? The sin of slaughter has befallen me." Suta said, in the meantime, the Brahmins reproached Gautama. The wise of the Brahmins tormented Ahilya with threats. The evil-minded disciples and sons of the Brahmins reviled at Gautama, repeating the words, "Fie on you." The sages said, "Your face is not fit to be seen. Go hence. If a person sees the face of a cow-killer, he shall take bath in full dress. As long as you stay in the midst of the hermitage, the sacrificial fires and the mains will not accept our gifts. Hence, O sinner, O slayer of a cow, go somewhere else along with your followers. Do not delay." Suta said, saying this, they pelted him with stones. They inflicted pain on him and Ahilya with insulting words. Beaten and reproached by the wicked persons, Gautama spoke these words, "O sages, I am going away from here. I shall stay somewhere else." After saying this, Gautama went out of that place. Going Akrosa, he made his hermitage there with their permission. As long as there is this curse, no rite shall be performed. You are not authorized in any of the rites of God, mains, or the Vedic rituals. The excellent sage Gautama, excessively distressed by this regrettable incident, spent half of month thus, and then requested. Gautama said, "I am to be pitied by you. Please tell me how my sin can be wiped off. I shall do as you bid me." Suta said, thus requested, the Brahmins did not say anything. When they were implored humbly, they met separately and remained aloof. Gautama stood far off. Bowing down to the sages, he humbly asked them what he should do. When this was said by Gautama of noble soul, the sages spoke these words. The sages said, "Without expiation, purity cannot be attained. Hence, for the sake of purification, you shall perform the rites of atonement. Go round the earth 3 times, announcing your sin. After returning to this place, perform the holy vrata for a month. If you go round this mountain, Brahmagiri, 101 times, you can attain purity. Or you fetch water from Ganga and perform the ceremonial ablution. Appropriate Lord Shiva, making a crow of his phallic images. At the outset, you circumambulate this mountain 11 times. Taking bath in Ganga, you will become pure thereafter. Performing the ablution of the earthen phallic image of Shiva with 100 potful of water, the expiatory rite will be completed." When he was thus urged by the sages, he said in the affirmative, "O excellent sages, at the behest of your honors, I shall worship the earthen phallic image of Shiva and also circumambulate the mountain." After saying this and circumambulating the mountain, the excellent sage made earthen phallic images of Shiva and worshipped them. The chaste lady Ahilya too acted accordingly. Their disciples and the disciples of their disciples rendered service to them. Footnotes. 156 on the elephant face Ganesha. It's pertaining to Lord Ganesha. Pertaining You're not authorized in any of the rites of God, means, or the Vedic rituals. They say this verse is misplaced in the printed. Let's go to text it. Alright. That's it. Here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Prabhu Prabhunatham, Viveshwaratham, Jagannathanathan, Srandavajam, Buddhiktam, Vaishravabhutanatham. Hari Om Tat Sat.